Right, what state we in with Noob with regards to the old grind for levels? Because he could use a few more endurance. That's definitely a thing. Now he's definitely spoken to Vari. So I assume he's moved on to the Rose Church. Lovely stuff. Now I guess we could go and try and fat roll our way through some invasions. That'd be fun. That's a big old pool of blood right there. Come on, lad. You're gonna have to do better than that. Too fat for you. Now, probably want to start at least heading towards the old frenzy pillar and whatnot, whilst we wait for our summoning to happen. Oh, we're getting straight into the action, maybe. Good. The less time we have to spend summoning, the better. Defeat 02. There they are.
Hey!
So we've got Jesus, God, and 02. Let's see. Yep, we can't cope with this. We can't cope with this at all. I think the less said about that, the better, to be honest. No, I kind of want to summon someone else. Well, invade someone else now, but I don't want to get those lads again, because it would ruin the joke if I get the same people. So maybe we'll find at least one more site of grace up the road here. And then we'll head off to another zone. Oh, there we go. We've got the old frenzy rats. So yeah, let's go do our frenzy tower while we've got a minute. It'd be a good place to invade probably as well if I was looking to actually kill people. There we go. That's old frenzy tower dealt with. Let's go find ourselves a site of grace on the outskirts of this village. There we are. Alright, and now we found that. Oops. Let's accidentally press L2. And then let's make our way to Caelid. That seems a bit mean. Whilst we're here, let's see if we can't gather up some sites of grace or something. Maybe down in the swamp. Is the swamp level appropriate? I'm not sure if it's considered the same level as Southern Caelid, which is to say should be okay, or if it's considered to be higher level. And a connection error occurred. Grand. Hopefully that counts. Oh jeez. That was horrible. And now we're rotted. Superb. I don't think we've got Flame Cleanse Me, which is a shame, because it'd be a spell we could cast. It'd be funny if we invaded and then just died of rot. Ah, where's the next? St. Ballbuster. Oh dear. They're going to ruin our day, aren't they? Looks like they're up the cliff somewhere. But they appear to be moving, so I don't think they're just AFKing. Guess we'll try and stroll across and get to them. Well, they're not Gary's shack, but knows Gary from the look of it. Have I got a Baldurkin's Blessing in my inventory, by the way? Yeah. Sod it. Let's eat it. I'm sick of my health being low. Lower. No, they could jump down to us, but we probably can't jump up to them. So this could present a problem. For one of us, at least. Yeah, I'm not even sure I'd get to them from here, to be honest. Unless you can climb all the way up this rock pile. And get a certain distance up, at least. Oh, there they are. They've just fallen down. Maybe they're coming down to say hello. You'd think the game would take into account elevation changes when it's setting up invasions and whatnot, but I guess it doesn't. And a connection error occurred. What an amazing piece of PvP that was. That should be enough now for us to pop back and see Vari. After one fight that we quit and 2 connection errors. Truly is a scintillating start to the episode. Loves getting in those digs about being maidenless, doesn't he? Right, now we've got festering fingerprint knobhead face. But all being well, we'll get to the old Site of Grace first. Lovely stuff. And whapa! 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 Whoop. Oh. Oh, that's a big one. That's another nice big one. We're not actually doing too bad for all of our lack of big rolls. And yeah, Flask's already gone, my friend. Yeah, that was easy. Far easier than I expected. And a sacred tear for our troubles. And there we go. The old Knight's Medal. Now, let's actually be decent enough to warp away from him before we use it this time. Let's go speak to Carle first. Carle, my friend, we'd like some of your finest arrows. We'll take this many. Now, do we have Flame Cleanse Me yet in our list of spells? No. So we will be picking that up soon. Assuming I remember. Map get. Grace get. And now it's the usual. Race the other Grace. Get a bit of endurance. As per, I'm not intending to super grind or any shit like that. I'm just getting enough endurance to get immediate roll. And that'll do me nicely, thank you very much. Past all you lads, although we will grab that, whatever that is. Grease. Blood-stained excrement, no one wants that. Hero's Rune, that's the cool one. That's the loot I was mostly looking for. May as well grab Smithing Stones, because they're probably handy. And here we are. Random bird. Take that. Well, we got his attention, kinda. There we go. Lovely. I suppose we may as well use these big runes that we've just picked up. That's 2 levels. We're still at heavy load though, so let's use that one as well. Still at heavy load. Guess we're going to have to kill Birdo a couple more times, as everyone else is.
A little later.
Finally. Took us up to level 67 to get there, but now we've got mid-roll with our cool gear. And this is still without a helmet. But good. Now we can go and do exciting things instead. Such as pick up the Flame Cleanse Me spell, which is possibly part of the Fire Monk's book. I'm hoping so. Guess we have to go out into the swamp and then back up onto the landmass. That's fine, we can do that. Then maybe we'll see if we can't make our way to that second Volcano Manor target. Right, see what the rest of this tunnel's got to offer, shall we? Side rooms that we didn't need to re-explore. A lad that wants to pay the price for standing up. Now, what have we here? Straight on is the way I went before, maybe? Oh, that horrible little thing has noticed us. Oh, as has its mate. And some bugger chucking glintstone at us. That's fine. We can live with all that. So what's that? Is that another of these little buggers? Yep. And then we're coming for you, mage. Pretty strong, all told. Now that lad thinks he's seen something, but he hasn't seen anything. Oh, he's seen me, yep. And there's another lad behind us as well. That was horrible. It's under control. All that for an arteria leaf. And a staff. Okay. No, I think we went straight on last time, so this should be new. This looks different, probably. I guess we'll find out if there's any... Yeah, this is different. I don't remember being here before. Snail. Oh, it's one of you lads, is it? That's horrifying. What are we supposed to do about that? Other than cheese you out with a longbow. Because I'm willing to do that. Willing and able. Or am I? Maybe I'm not that able. So what are our other options? We drop down? I mean, we could. Hup. And then we could leg it up here, maybe? This seems all very reckless of me. But we've got an Arsenal Charm +1, that's quite nice. And now, is there anything else we do in this bit? That's the bit we were on before, isn't it? Yeah. So maybe that's all we do in this bit. But I'll definitely take an Arsenal Charm +1. It's our first +1 talisman. And it can replace the one we've already got. Greatly boosts max equip load. It slightly improves it compared to the other one. So it's an improvement for sure. Hopefully we'll get a chance to smack that lad around in a bit. teach him a lesson. So this was our boss room. Is there any other way out of this room? No. Doesn't look like it. So maybe I need to access that big lad from somewhere else. That's a shame. I was hoping there was more to this cave. We'll double check on our way back out. It's kind of interesting with all these roots and whatnot. Breaking through the rocks. Are we underneath an Erd tree or something? No, the Erd tree's up there, so... Odd. That'd be cool though if they put like a dungeon under an Erd tree somewhere. What's over there? There's a tower, isn't there? Did we explore that before? Maybe not. What's happening there? Touch 3 phantom crests. Okay. Mirage riddle. Well, there's a crest. Right, so one's in front of the tower, one's just behind the tower and to the left. And the other one is the one we've got, I guess? Or is this the one that's in front of the tower? Let's have a look around. These messages are all a bit strange. Is this just going to be for a memory stone? Maybe. That's the sad little woodfolk guy. Well, we'll give him a reason to be even sadder, shall we? And he's going to try and make us sad as well. Sadness all round. Miquella's lily. So it's just a flower on a gravestone. Nothing major. We just killed that guy for no real reason. But on the other hand, they're creatures of death, so I'm perfectly fine with that. There's a phantom crest. And a boglin. A phantom boglin. That's the last thing anyone wanted. And it's got a friend. Is it just going to keep spawning them? Maybe. Yep, that sounded like them dying because I popped off their crest. Good. So that's the one that's south of the... No, because there's the church that's in relation to the tower, I think. So the last one is over that way somewhere, maybe. Yeah, because the map is at an angle. The last one is over near some walls. It's over near those walls. Unless that's the first one we found, but I don't think it was. So let's go that general sort of way. The first one I found was probably in front of the tower, which doesn't appear to actually exist until we get the 3 crests from the look of the riddle. Oh, jeez. That scarab's really tempting you to get yourself killed, isn't it? Well. Come here, Scarab. It's a Somber 5. Yep. Not totes sure that's worth it. But we're on horseback and they're not, so... mayhap we're fine. Now, is there a crest over near these walls somewhere? Is a merchant? Or is that... no, it's a soldier. So it's near that bit of wall. On the other side of the path. Here. Hey! It's in an illusory rock, because of course it is. Thanks, message. You get an updo. Try attacking. You can have one as well, even though I didn't see you. But that's all 3 crests, so we should have opened up a tower now. And it's probably just for a memory stone that we don't really need on Old Wes. But it was a fun adventure nonetheless. And now there's boglins just spawning and then dying. Yeah. Yep, that wasn't there before. Good stuff. So this explains why there were messages floating in the air. Because they weren't actually floating in the air at all. We just couldn't see the tower. It was a fun little riddle, all told. Now our memory stone. Oh, wait, there's more treasure in here. Unseen blade, unseen form. Cool. And a slumbering egg. I guess that's kind of cool. Makes bits semi-invisible, so it's PvP stuff. I suppose that's actually better because it means we just don't need to do that little riddle on any other character. But now what's the next plan? We should probably go and do a bit of Volcano Manor.